Below the Surface, which is a new 8-part Danish drama starting this Saturday on BBC 4. It's an interesting one. Its basis is a terrorist attack on a underground train. Although it starts with the sort of interrogation and capture of a Danish soldier, Philip, and you see sort of scenes throughout the sort of interspersed in the episode of him being interrogated by what do you say, like an Iraqi soldier, is it?
Yes, with a penchant for American Western films.
Howdy, partner. Philip is then is the head of the counter-terrorism task force. You see him trying to negotiate with the head terrorist who refers to himself as Alpha. They basically say they want 4 million euros. The other major character in this is Naja Toft, played by an actress called Paprika.
Makes me so happy that you have no idea.
She is given an interview with one of the captured people. Why can't I think of the word hostage?
Yeah, I don't know. You said it a second ago. I don't know why you lost it.
Who is a young Swedish nursing student living in Denmark. That's it, really, isn't it, for the story?
Well, you know she's a nurse because she says she's a nurse, and then she puts a plaster on somebody's head. So
on the guy from Borgen. The head of the Green Party from Borgen.
Yes, yeah.
He was the only person I recognised in this, because usually you get these sort of crossovers between all the sort of Nordic Noir.
This does have a Borgen and Killing connection. It's made by the same people.
Adam
Price, the main writer from Borgen, is producing this as well. Look at me with my knowledge.
I know.
It's amazing.
Your Scandi knowledge.
I'm all over the Scandis.
It reminded me a bit, and we'll sort of go into it a little bit more, but there's these Danish films called A Hijacking and A War, which sort of have got sort of realistic tones to them. The first one about
Scandinavian while you're doing that as well. I think they aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're Norwegian.
I fully went, are they in those films?
No, they couldn't hack it.
Oh, classic comedy.
Look it up, folks. The first one is about a sort of Somali pirate hijacking. The second one is about like a killing during a war and a trial. They both actually star in supporting roles. Dar Salim, who is the guy from Borgen, and in this you don't learn a lot about his character in this one, but he is the one who tries to sort of fight the terrorists before all the hostages are sort of carted off to this sort of underground prison almost under a church.
Their captors have been quite nice. They left them first aid kits and they can go to the loo whenever they need to and things like that.
No, not they need to, because she wanted to go straight away and they didn't let her. They would have regimented toilet breaks.
Bathroom breaks, as they call them. Now, I'm a weird man because I like my things to be down to earth, realistic, characters I can latch on to, care about or not care about, whatever. But I also like things where people are in extraordinary situations and have to do ridiculous things. AKA the first foreign drama I ever watched. I don't know why I said AKA there. The first foreign drama I ever... IE, yes, there's another load of letters.
I think that's what you were looking for.
Yeah, it was, yeah. I did have some issues with this. Firstly, I know we're reading it, but some of the dialogue wasn't very good. I don't know whether that was translation and it just doesn't come across very well.
I agree.
And secondly, our protagonist, our hero, our sort of... Don't they call him nobody knows any more about terrorism than this guy?
Philip Nogard.
It's so puny and looks about 24.
Yeah. They try and give him like a bit muscly and he's obviously tortured by these flashbacks, and it does turn out...
I don't buy him.
Should we tell the twist at the end? Because it wasn't much of a twist. You knew. No. I mean, for me, I personally thought it would turn out that he was working with the terrorists, which would make it more...
It could still be. It could be Homeland-esque.
Because you get the impression that the major theme was that he was saying during his interrogation that you may as well kill me because, you know, the Danish government don't negotiate with terrorists and won't give you the money. And this is him trying to prove that, yes, they will if we capture enough people.
There's going to be the bigger twist that he's involved, because you didn't see how he was released by the captor. So
I think
assuming
you get that throughout the series. Yeah. I think if there's a more intriguing character, then it's Nadja, the journalist. I think she's a more intriguing character, and some of the hostages as well.
When it was with them, I was like really with it, and I liked the claustrophobic feel, and I felt for them. Then it would shift back to the, what are we going to do about these terrorists? Do we give them money? What do they want? And I was like, oh, I can't be bothered. And then his girlfriend, who he split up with, of course, works on the team that he was working with their colleague.
They spent 22 nights together, if you wanted to. What was that?
What was that about? You'd say 3 weeks, wouldn't you? You'd say 3 weeks of time. Or
cumulative 22 days.
Yes, I've got a calendar and gone, I've crossed out 22 days here. But I don't know, again, whether that's it might be translation, it might be... I don't know what I felt when because part of me was intrigued enough to go.
It's hit and miss, isn't it? I think it passed the time well enough, but the most intriguing thing is the stuff with the hostages, because it is the most sort of action-packed thing, isn't it? It's the thing that intrigues you the most.
I'm sure they're going to turn on each other. Yeah. They're turn on each other, or there might be moles.
There's a character who is saying, "Oh, the police are never going to pull the finger out. We need to fight back," and everyone else is saying, "No, we don't need to do that."
Your man from Borgen is very calm, and he tried to attack them initially before they went.
He was very supportive to Marie when she was taken away to do the interview, and it's going to be all right and everything like that. I think there may be further up down the line they might, because he's obviously an Asian gentleman. He was a Muslim character in Borgen, so they might turn on him as it goes on. It's quite an interesting thing that they've got a character, a character like him, and he is quite a well-known actor in Denmark. So I think he'll have quite a big part to play as it goes on.
I think actually it's one of those rare cases that happens a few times. Speaking about it now, I've convinced myself I am going to at least watch the second one.
The second one. I think I might do the same.
It's not Trapped, which was my favourite foreign drama of recent memory, and I keep hoping that each one of these that pops up might be. And yes, I've convinced myself purely on this conversation that I will.
I think to sort of draw a line under this, it is an interest. I can't think of another drama where we have actually seen like the terrorist incident, obviously you mentioned Hostages, which was more of a sort of contained hostage situation.
It was insular, that was, wasn't it?
Whereas this, I do like the fact that they are showing this is a global news story. We're getting all the news outlets covering it throughout the world, which worked for me, which is one of the things I liked about it. This is a major news story, and I can't think of another TV drama that I've seen that deals with it in this way.
I'll hang up on you now. I really want to watch the next one. We've just talked me into it. You've done well there. Below the Surface on Saturdays in the double bill foreign drama slot. I do condone BBC4 for carrying on with this slot and managing to find ones that are different. We didn't like the Black Lake, for example, but it was completely different to all the other things that they're showing.
And I loved I Know Who You Are, which was this sort of ridiculous legal drama from Spain. I believe there's like an astronaut drama from France coming later this year.
Oh, we're going to do a whole podcast if that's true on that. So Below the Surface, BBC4, Saturday nights, 9 o'clock, double bill.